Hi everybody, this is Simon from TheTriathlonCoach.com. I am back from Hawaii now. We're entering the winter training season. I am revved up and ready to go, and I hope you are too. So I wanted to introduce you to a concept, a very simple concept of training that you can put into practice immediately and follow through for the rest of the winter. So here goes. These are 3 simple rules for fitness gains. You can see here there are 3 titles: eat clean, train appropriately, sleep well. Now, most of the athletes that I've come into contact with over the last 15 years will put a great deal of emphasis on this one here: training appropriately. If I get questions about improving their training, it's always how much more can I do, how much harder can I train? Okay, so everybody, I would say, is very good at training appropriately. I'll come back to what these mean in a minute, but what I think you also ought to understand is that training appropriately you'll only get the maximum amount of benefit from this if you can eat clean and if you can sleep well, because these 2 components are critical in getting quality recovery. So this is what I mean by eating clean. Just consider 3 things: refueling, so that's carbs at the end of a session; repairing, that's eating good quality protein; and replenishing, that's fruit and vegetables to supply your body with vitamins and minerals. Now, you could probably include in there hydration as well, to replenish the body with the water and etc. that you lose during sweating and exercise. Okay, how do we do these? Well, again, 3 more words, very simple again, lots of 3s here. Wholesomeness in your food. Make sure you're eating fresh food as often as possible. If it comes in a tin or a packet, it's been made in a factory, you want to avoid it as often as possible. If you can grow it, pick it, kill it and catch it, then that's fine. If you're vegetarian or a vegan, then obviously killing it and catching it are not options for you, but you can still cover all of these 3 if you have a good understanding of nutrition. Varied. It's important to eat different things. Important to eat different fruits and vegetables. Try things with different colours because they have a variety of different minerals in them. And moderation. Of course, I understand that you're going to go to parties, you're going to go out for dinner. You can probably let your hair down twice a week. As long as you eat well, follow these rules 90% of the time. Okay, so we've got the 90-10 rule there. Then you can afford to relax on 10% of the time. Chances are, when your body gets used to you putting great food in it, it will rebel when you start feeding it rubbish. Alright, train appropriately. By that I mean follow the right things, do the right things. And if you've seen my blogs and videos before, read any of the stuff I've done, you will know that I've talked about the rules of training, the principles of training, and they are generally needs to be individual. It needs to be a plan that suits you, not something you've picked out of a magazine that Helen Jenkins or Chrissy Wellington or Alistair Brownlee follows. You need to be consistent. This means you need to avoid injury and illness as much as possible. This is a key element in your training: consistency. You need to have progressive overload, so at regular intervals in small amounts the training needs to either get greater in volume or harder in intensity. It needs to be specific to the events that you're training for. So if you're training for Ironman, you don't need to do quite as much super fast stuff. If you're training for sprints, then you do, and you don't need to do as much long slow distance. You need to allow time for adaptation. That includes recovery, sleep well. And in fact, recovery that I put on there is wrong, because what I should have put was reversal, which means that if you get ill or injured, then you lose the consistency, you take a backward step in your fitness, which is why this one's important. Okay, so we need to eat clean and we need to train appropriately, and they're equally as important. And the 3rd factor, which is just as important, is sleeping well. If you can only get 6 hours of sleep a night, then it should be very good quality. I would recommend that you try to get 7 to 8 hours of sleep a night. And that sleep needs to be good quality. It means you need to do everything you can to ensure that quality of sleep. So you may need to put blackout blinds on your windows to shut out light that comes from street lamps and external sources. You may need to regulate the temperature of your room. If it's too cold or too hot, you won't sleep well. You need to go for comfort. Hypoallergenic pillows, feather pillows, pillows that just allow you to sleep comfortably without giving you a bad neck. And this is very important, I think, it's worth investing in a quality mattress. Fiona and I invested in a mattress that cost us £2,000. We thought that was horrendously expensive until she pointed out that we've already spent in the past £2,000 just on a bike frame. I can tell you, you get a better return for everything from a quality mattress than you will from a £2,000 bike frame, and I can guarantee that some of you watching this would have spent £2 on a bike frame or a set of wheels. So think about a quality mattress. When you put all of these three things together, then you will get good fitness gains. I guarantee it. Pay attention to all three. Don't make your sole focus the training appropriately. Give these equal credence. And you have my word and my guarantee that if all three of them are significant in your winter plan, you will come out next year in the spring a stronger, fitter and healthier athlete. I hope that makes sense to you. It certainly does to me, and I'm going to be putting more effort into those, the first and the third ones. So I hope you've enjoyed it. Please share it with your friends if you did. Twitter, Facebook or G+1. I really appreciate it when you share it around, and I'll be back next time with some more information. Have a good weekend. Bye for now.